problem. It's not on air.
Bob McDonald with you here at Hannah Field as we get ready for junior varsity football. The junior high just got done. Our first game of the junior high. The seventh graders, that went 16-8 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. And then the game just completed. They played 2 quarters of the combination 8th and 7th graders, and that was a 14-0 win for the Highliners. So they have split tonight. Now it's junior varsity football here on the Highlander Activity Network, and a pleasant good evening to on a gorgeous Monday night here in Valley City. Lots of sunshine, very little wind. And we've got junior varsity football coming your way here tonight with Valley City and Hillsboro Central Valley. Again, these two schools will be playing on Friday night. It is a low line drive kick, bobbled a little bit, taken at the 20-yard line by the Burros to the 25. On the outside, trying to cut back inside the numbers at the 30. Now to the outside numbers toward the sideline, out across the 35-yard line. And that's where the Burros will start first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line. That was Trayvon Johnson on the return. And it'll be first and 10 for the Burros. The ball will be marked at their own 37-yard line. Burros going from right to left here in the opening quarter. As we get things started, again, 10-minute quarters. Normal time. Normally they have running time, but it'll be 10-minute quarters, but it is a normal 4-quarter game. High formation here for the Burros, and the handoff off to the tailback across the 40-yard line. And looked like Hunter Undum coming up with a tackle there for Valley City. A good 2-leg takedown for Undum. And it is enough, though, across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play brings up second down and 5. Second and 5 here for the Burros. That was James Funches that was carrying the ball. He's the tailback. He'll get the pitch here wide side. Trying to cut the corner. Does at the 40 to the 45, 50 to the 45 near sideline. He's off to the races, and Hunter Undum can't bring him down. Punches to the 10 to the 5, and then is brought down inside the 5-yard line. And that was a touchdown saving tackle there made for Valley City. And that tackle was made by Trenton Geisler, so it'll be a nice carry for Funches. He'll take it inside the 5. They're going to mark it down at around the 3-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal to goal here for the Burros. And well, the clock has yet to move. It clicked off the 11 seconds from the opening kickoff, and it hasn't moved since. There we got it going. So first and 10 from the 3. Wide receivers, Trayvon Johnson is wide to the far side. And at quarterback for Hillsboro Central Valley is Carson. No, that's not Carson Cozette because he's a senior. And there's a handoff and the in for the touchdown as the Funches will take it in from a couple yards out. Double check on that carry. That is Hunter Kleckner on the carry for the touchdown. So Kleckner takes it in from 3 yards. And with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, a minute-and-a-half drive, 63 yards for the Burros. Now Kleckner and Funches are the back split in the backfield. Behind junior quarterback Austin Cotton. Cotton wants to throw far side, incomplete. On the far side of the 2-point conversion, pass intended for Ethan Kittleson. So that is a no good 2-point conversion. 8:30 to go here in the opening quarter. 6-0 Burros leading. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football on the Highlander Activity Network.
Paul, start the clock now from now on. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That was on the head coach. The head coach decided he was going to do this.
You got too many hats around in there.
I guess.
Paul McDonald back with you here at the Hannah Field. So a 6-0 advantage for the Burros, getting things started here on a drive that they go 63 yards, take about about a minute and a half off the clock. With the big run, a 55-yarder torn off there by Punches, and then Kleckner put it in from 3 yards away. Now Evan Chapelski with the kickoff, a line drive kick. Cleveguard takes it at the 20, the 15 to the 20, near sideline 25-30. Tegan Cleveguard spins across the 35, and he's out to about the 37-yard line, wrapped up there by the kicker. Chapelski on the tackle. So the Highliners will come out offensively, 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line. 8:19 here in the opening quarter. Colton Gerlach, who had a touchdown against Mayport CG here on Friday night in the late moments of the game. At quarterback, Gerlach, a freshman. Towards the beginning of the season, Hudson Grewal was quarterback on the JV, but now he is on the varsity starting. Here's Gerlach looking to throw. Wobbler, and that's going to be intercepted by Travion Johnson. He takes it inside the 40 and then out of bounds here inside the 40-yard line. So Gerlach tosses the INT, and Johnson with the interception. And the Burros will bring the ball back and take over 1st and 10 at the Highliner 37-yard line, or 32-yard line. Lance Luke's our white cap here in this one. So the Burros' second possession, great starting field position from the 32-yard line. 1st down and 10. I formation. Cotton under center. Churns on the carry. His tailback gets down to about the 25-yard line. Carry there by Cade Mueller, the junior. They'll mark him down at the 26. Gain of 6 brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 4 for the Burros. Line of scrimmage, the Highliner 26-yard line. Travion Johnson, the sophomore wide receiver, brings the play in. Austin Cotton, the quarterback. He is a junior. They'll have the backs split on either side of him. Mueller is here on the left. Kleckner on the right. Cotton wants to throw a flag, and that stops the play. So this call will go against the Burros. At least we'll have our discussion, and we'll find out who it is against. Encroachment, it was lining up in the neutral zone against the Burros. So they'll back him up 5 yards. Back to the 31-yard line. And brings up 2nd down and 9 from the Highliner 31. In Valley City, the varsity coming off a homecoming victory here on Friday night, 32-rip over Mayport CG. Now 2-3 on the season, 2-1 in Region 1 play. From the 31-yard line, I formation. Here's the pitch. Funches has it, trying to go wide, does. He's at the 30, 25-20, and then tippy-toed out of bounds on that far side. At about the 20-yard line is where they'll mark him out. So we'll pick up all of 11 yards. And it was enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Backs again, split on either side of Cotton. In that pistol formation. Matthew Hirschley the other. Now Cotton wants to throw, and he's going to be brought down for a sack back to the 35-yard line. So a big-time defensive play there for Valley City, and that's going to be a loss back to the 35, Alexander Russell. And he actually had a big play on Friday night, late in the game. Coming up with the big play here, the sack of 15 yards back to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 25 for the Burros at their own 35. 6 minutes, 44 seconds, clock ticking. We're in quarter number 1. Junior varsity football here from Hannah Field on this Monday night. Later on, Monday Night Football, the pro version, the Lions and the Ravens. From the 35, 2 receivers wide to the far side of the field. Hand off, Kunches gets it, and he has got a little bit of running room down to the 25 and then spun down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Brady Broughton was there defensively for Valley City along with Brody Wendell. And they'll mark him down at the 32, which will bring up 3rd down and 12 from the 22-yard line. 3rd and 12 from the 22. Also been now a different quarterback in here for the Burros, Ryan Billings, a sophomore. And he races him up to the line of scrimmage. Kleckner on one side, Funches on the other, rolling out. He's looking to throw. He's got Johnson complete, and a good open field tackle there for Valley City. Travion Johnson makes the catch, but the Highlanders there defensively with an open field tackle to keep the gain at minimum. And coming up again there was Trenton Geisler on the tackle to the 20-yard line, so it's 4th down and 10 for Hillsboro at the Valley City 20-yard line as we approach 5 minutes to go here in the quarter number 1. No score, or pardon me, 6-0. Hillsboro leading Valley City. Hillsboro Central Valley. Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line. 4th down play coming up. Now back to pass. Here's a wobbler. It's underthrown. It's going to be intercepted. Cleveguard's got it at the 10 to the 20, 25. Here comes Tegan Cleveguard across the 25 and down to the 29-yard line. So Tegan comes up with the pick there for Valley City and then was stuck and tackled hard. He comes up wobbly a little bit. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City. That pass was underthrown, and Cleveguard was right in front of the receiver and made the easy pick of the Billings pass. And returns it out to the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Highliners. At the Burros 29-yard line, 4:38 here in the opening quarter. No 6-0 your score. So now Colton Gerlach and crew comes back out for the second time. They ran one play and had a pick on their first play from scrimmage to start the game. Now Gerlach in that pistol formation. Leawood standing next to him, gets the snap, bobbles it, it's on the ground, and then it was a whistle that stopped the play. And that usually means encroachment or false start on the offense. As they whistled the play dead before it got going, and it was a low snap that Gerlach cannot come up with cleanly. So the discussion going on the far sideline. And it will be false start against Valley City. So the 5-yard walk-off takes it to the 24-yard line. And we'll bring up a 1st and 15 for the Highlanders. Leerud standing next to the left of quarterback Gerlach. High snap over his head. Colton goes back, grabs it at the 5, now running for his life. He'll throw downfield. Ball tipped and nearly intercepted. Went off the hands here of Cleveguard, and Johnson nearly had his second interception of the quarter. It goes down incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd down for Valley City. 2nd and 15 from their own 24-yard line. Getting the high snap and low snap. Gerlach was able to retreat and at least get rid of it and live to see another down. And 2nd and 15 from the 24. 2 receivers go wide to the far side, Coughlin and Cleveguard. 2 here to the near side of the field. In the pistol, Gerlach has the snap and a bad handoff to Hunter Undum. And Hunter turns and falls on it at the 21-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 4 more. That'll bring up 3rd and 19. And bad exchange there between Undum and Gerlach. And they'll actually mark it down at the 22. So third down, and we'll call it 17 here for Valley City at their own 22-yard line. Undum in the backfield next to Gerlach. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go. First quarter. Gerlach, good snap there. Looking to throw. He's going deep. It's Walbert on the middle part of the field. The ball's tipped, and it's caught. Valley City on the rebound, if you will. And Chase Coughlin comes up with the deflection. It went through the hands of the defensive back, and it bounced right into the arms of Chase Coughlin. He has it out to the 43-yard line. That's a 21-yard completion. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners at their own 43-yard line. So it was a wobbler, and it was slightly underthrown. The defensive back had the position, but it bounced off his hand and I think a little bit off his helmet. And Chase Coughlin right behind him grabbed it and fell to the ground for the completion. 3 receivers here to the near side. 1 split wide to the far side of the field. Gerlach rolling here to the near side, running for his life again. He'll tuck and run. Gerlach at the 40. He's got running from 45. High steps over the defender that went low. Travion Johnson went low. And Gerlach just hurtled over him and takes it into Borough territory. And they're going to mark it, I think, at the 46. If so, that's an 11-yard pickup and a first down. It is. So 11-yard pickup there for Gerlach. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners. At the Borough 46-yard line with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Here in quarter number 1, 6-0 Borough's leading. Coughlin and Teven Cleveguard will go out split wide to the far side of the field. 2 here to the near side. Undum standing next to the quarterback Gerlach from the 46. Good snap. Handoff Undum to the bounce to the outside. And Undum, he fumbles the football. And it's still loose on the ground. It's bouncing around like a greased pig. And it's finally going to be recovered by Valley City. And they get the ball back. But they're going to lose a whole bunch of yardage all the way back to their own 47-yard line. As Chase Coughlin, that's twice now he's been in the right spot at the right time, was able to fall on that and keep Valley City in control of the football. But a loss back to the 47. That is a 7-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 17. Back now at their own 47-yard line for the Highliners with 1:50 to go, first quarter. 6-0, Hillsboro Central Valley leading. Gerlach will break the huddle. He'll send his 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Brady Broughton will be one of them, along with Brody Wendell. And then Coughlin and Cleveguard here to the near side. Another high snap. Gerlach goes back, kicks it around. He still can't grab it. Now he does at about the 20. He'll throw it downfield and incomplete. It didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, but he was just heaving it. And there is a flag on the far side of the field. And now a late flag. Now the flag that was thrown by the referee, they're going to call illegal forward pass because it did not get to the line of scrimmage. So the illegal forward pass, intentional grounding, if you will, and that will be a loss of down and the penalty. And it's usually a spot foul, and he was way back at the 15-yard line when he cut loose that throw. So the mark it at the 16. So that will bring up a 3rd down and most of Barnes County. As they need to get to the Borough 37-yard line for a first down. And we were just talking about this earlier, my Moorhead math. That tells me it's 47 yards. 3rd and 47. See, geometry I can't do. Math, I can do the arithmetic. From the 16-yard line on 3rd and bunches. That is a math term. Another high snap. Gerlach will flag this one down, and he is going to be... now he just loses the ball, just rolls it, and I think Hillsboro's going to fall on it. They're going to call this a touchdown. The ball's still loose. Finally, it's fallen on. So what are they going to do? They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line is what they're going to say here. The officials have to discuss this. Gerlach was about ready to be sacked in the end zone for a safety. Then it looked like he kind of sort of maybe underhanded it and just kind of flipped it out of there, which could be construed as a illegal forward pass, intentional grounding, or it could be construed as a fumble. If so, Hillsboro Central Valley did fall on it in the end zone. So now the discussion, but the referees did the right thing. Let the play continue, and they will decide here what's going on. They're going to call it an incompleted pass, so a bullet dodge by Valley City. So they will hold on to possession of it. It'll be 4th down and 47 from the 16-yard line. So they are just going to call that an illegal, Incomplete pass by Gerlach. Now the Highlanders, a little confusion here. They came up to the line and they were adding some people. Now they are going to get back into the huddle with 1:12 to go here in quarter number 1. Hillsboro leading it 6-0. So Colton Gerlach, the freshman quarterback, 5'5", 131, listed as a wide receiver, but moved into that quarterback role. Of course, Hudson Crewell, who's going to be playing a lot of JV at quarterback, moved up to starting varsity quarterback with the injury to Jackson Thornton in week 1. Gerlach under center, now rolling out, looking to throw. He's going to throw it up for grabs, middle of the field. It is tipped and incomplete, and the ball will, it's now 4th down. So now they're going to call it 4th down. So on that last play, it was 3rd. Now it is 4th and 47, and a punt situation here for the Highlanders. Mari Ronsberg will go back and punt the ball away here for the Highlanders. Travion Johnson is back deep to receive for the Burros. Johnson, sophomore, low snap, grabbed by Ronsberg, and hit is blocked into the end zone. It's going to be recovered for a Burro touchdown. So the Burros come up with the block, and I believe coming through there on the block was Riker Sundin, the freshman. And then falling on the loose ball was Evan Shapaisky with the recovery for the touchdown. So with 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it is now 12-0 Burros with the conversion coming up here. So that fumble recovery in the end zone. And here's the conversion. Billings under center, I formation. And there's a fumble on the exchange between the quarterback and the tailback. Boy, they are playing with an odd ball tonight. No one seems to want to hold on to it. The old Oakland Raiders and their stickum might need to come in handy here in this one. So the 2-point conversion is no good. We come back up the field with 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's Hillsboro Central Valley 12, Valley City nothing. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football from Hannah Field on the Highlander Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field. So after the block by Riker Sundin on the block punt and the recovery in the end zone by Evan Shapaisky, and then the conversion no good. So here's the line drive kickoff taken by who? No one wants it. Finally, it's picked up. And back here to the near side is Colton Gerlach, and he'll return the kickoff out to across the 15, about the 17 or 18-yard line, and that's when the Highlander offense will come back out 1st and 10. Aaron Heck, longtime member of the Highlander coaching staff, the JV coach. And he has got all the varsity assistants down below. I know head coach Chad Smith is also in the house watching, as is several members of the team. And the Highlanders coming off a big homecoming win on Friday night, 32-0 over Mayport CG. They will be on the road at Hillsboro Central Valley on Friday night. 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Undum standing behind Gerlach. He'll get under center. Gets the snap, hand off to Undum. Here goes Hunter, and Hunter crosses the 20 and gets out to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 yards brings up 2nd down and 6. As the final seconds ticking off here in the first quarter, 30 seconds remaining. Highlanders do need to snap it here before the end of the quarter, but this should be the final play of the first quarter, with Hillsboro Central Valley leading it 12-0. Two receivers right, two receivers left. Wendell and Broughton here to the near side with Coughlin and Cleveguard to the far side. Gerlach handoff goes to Hunter Undum, and Undum crosses the line of scrimmage, gets back out to about the 23, possibly just a half-yard pickup, and that is going to be the final play of this first quarter. So your score at the end of one quarter of play, it is Hillsboro Central Valley 12, Valley City nothing. We're back with the second quarter. This is Highlander football, junior varsity football from Hannah Field on the Highlander Activity Network. Great tunes being played here by the Press Box crew. We're going first, the third down play coming up here for Valley City. From the 23-yard line, we'll call third and about 9 from the 23. Gerlach now taking snaps under center, looking to throw, has a man intercepted at the 40-yard line, back the other way. Here come the Burros, and that is Cotton on the interception. Austin Cotton with the pick, and he will return it back into Valley City territory. Picked it off at about the 40. Second interception for Gerlach. And now the Burros offense back out onto the field. First down and 10. And they're going to mark it at the, was there a flag on the play? Oh, at the 25. So about a 15-yard return on the interception by Cotton. So it'll be first and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley at the Valley City 25-yard line. Just getting started, second quarter, 9:51 to go. Billings in at quarterback, has the I formation behind him. And he gives to his fullback on the carry, and stumbling forward is Kleckner. He'll take it down to about the 21, pick up a 4, brings up second down and 6. See, he actually bounced to the 21, so they'll just give him a yard and a half to the 23. But it's still second down and 8 from the 23-yard line for the Burros. Receiver wide, both sides of the field with that I formation. Billings under center. Turns and gives off to his tailback and inside the 20, and it's going to be a host of tacklers here for Valley City that will bring down the ball carrier, which is Jackson Kleckner. So you have Jackson and Hunter Kleckner in the backfield. Jackson's a freshman, Hunter junior. They're going to get it at the 20-yard line, pickup of 3 yards there for the younger Kleckner. And it'll bring up a third down and 5. Billings wants to throw, fires it over the middle, intercepted, back to the way come the Highliners. Another pickoff, and this is going to be Broughton on the pick, and he'll take it back to the 25-yard line. So the Highliners come right back and get the turnover on the interception. An underthrown ball. Brady Broughton, the freshman, comes up, gets the interception, and the Highlanders will take the ball back first and 10, and it'll be marked at about the 25-yard line. So neither team really wants to hold on to the football right now. First interception for Billings. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Two receivers again wide on both sides of the field. Gerlach under center. Hunter Undum, the lone tailback from the 25. Rolling out near side. It's a bootleg. It's wide open here to the 30 and out to the 35-yard line before being knocked out of bounds there by Jackson Kleckner. But it will be enough for a Highlander first down as Colton Gerlach will take it for about 10 yards. We'll wait till they put the ball down where he actually stepped out of bounds. They're going to say just maybe a half a yard short. Boy, the nose of the football away from a first down. So it'll be 2nd and inches here, literally, as the nose of the football is about touching the 35-yard line. They are going to say move the sticks. Thank you very much. As it was well enough for a first down, so they are going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Highliners at the 35. Now they're going to set trips here to the near side. Undum standing behind Gerlach on a 1st and 10. From their own 35-yard line. Hunter Undum on the carry to the wide side of the field. Undum cuts back at the 40. He's got to the 45-50, and then he's tripped up there by Austin Cotton, and that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle at the 41-yard line, 46-yard line. It'll be a nice run there by Hunter Undum. That'll be a pickup of 19 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the Hillsboro Central Valley 46-yard line with 8:10 remaining. Here in the second quarter, Highliners making some moves here, trailing 12-0. After the interception by Brady Broughton, and now they have it 1st and 10 at the 46. Gerlach again sets up trips here to the near side of the field with Undum about 4 yards behind him. Hunter's going to try this side of the field. That's the wide side. Slips out of a tackle. He's at the 40-yard line. Steps on a defender and then brought down close to the first down marker. Kleckner there on the tackle for the Burros, but a nice run by Hunter Undum. And it is very, very close to another Highlander first down at the 36-yard line. And when the official puts it down, they'll eyeball it. And, boy, I don't see how you can say second down here. You got to give it to him. It's almost as close as it was on that last one, but they are going to say it is short. No, there we go. Thank you. I don't know how you could say that was short. It was right on the sticks. 10-yard run there by Hunter Undum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Gerlach, things getting a lot crisper here since he's gone under center. Gets it out to Undum. He's going to go wide side again. 35-30, first down, 25, and Undum down to the 22-yard line. Oh, a nice carry there by Hunter Undum. Sundin there defensively for the Burros, along with Ethan Drake. But it'll be another first down for Valley City. They're staying ahead of the sticks here, down to the 22-yard line. 14-yard pickup for Undum. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners from the 22. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Second quarter. Highlanders trailing 12-0. But putting together a very impressive drive that started back on their own 25-yard line, and they are going to now get the timeout going to be called as the play clock was winding down. So the first timeout of the half for Valley City. So with 6:04 to go, timeout on the field taken by the Highlanders. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Burros 22-yard line. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football from Hannaffield on the Highland Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you, our camera operator, technical director tonight, Beckett Ness, fresh off a successful hunt up north this past weekend. I'm expecting some venison steaks in the near future. Here we go. Highliners handoff. Hunter Undum, who's had a great drive. He'll take that one inside the 20 to about the 19. Pick up of 3 yards for Undum. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Valley City at the Borough 19. 5 minutes, 45 seconds in a quarter that has been dominated by Valley City. They have held the ball here on this drive for almost 4 minutes. Trailing at 12-0. I'm watching Tegan Cleveguard run to his position out in the wide receiver in the far side. He is hobbling. But right now the Highlanders just don't have the bodies on the sidelines. Here's Gerlach. Nice spin move. Got away from one, but then he did get a couple extra yards. They'll mark him down to the 21 or 22-yard line. Did pick up a couple of yards there. Kleckner on the tackle for the Burros, along with Easton Beach. So mark it at the 22, or at the 17. 3rd down. With the line of scrimmage, the 17-yard line. Need to get to about the 8. Check that. Need to get to about the 12-yard line. So 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Highlanders. Trips to the right. Conklin, the lone receiver. They're looking for him. Throwing slant over the middle. Caught and touchdown, Valley City. Perfectly thrown ball by Colton Gerlach. Chase Conklin on the slant. Catches it at about the 2 or 3 yard line. And he's in for the touchdown. That was a nifty drive by the Highlanders. After Brady Broughton's interception set him up at the 25-yard line. A 75-yard drive with Hunter Undum doing most of the heavy lifting. And then Colton Gerlach's touchdown pass to Chase Conklin. And the Highlanders now within 12-6 with a conversion coming up. That'll go down as a 17-yard pitch and catch. And with 4:25 to go here in the second quarter, Highlanders a chance to get within 4. 2 receivers up. Now they're going to get the play clock. Oh, they didn't see it. Play clock round down. They didn't see it. Gerlach is going to get in. Oh, they got a free play. They got a free play because that play clock was at 0 when that ball was snapped. But as they say, the referees watch the ball or watch the play clock. If it's at 0, then they'll look down and see where the play is. And usually you get an extra second or two, and that's what happened there for the Highlanders. Gerlach runs in the conversion, and we come back up the field with 4:25 left to go in the first half. It's now Hillsboro Central Valley 12, Valley City 8. This is Highlander Football on the Highlander Activity Network. Again, that was a 75-yard drive. Colton Gerlach and Hunter Undum doing the work until the end when Gerlach hit Chase Conklin with a 17-yard touchdown pass and a perfectly thrown ball. Conklin coming across on the slant and fought off a couple of burrows to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And now Maurice Ronsberg with the kickoff. Whoop, that one went past Travion Johnson. He's going to retrieve and grab it at the 10. Johnson looking for some running room to the 15, to the 20. He's got it to the 25-30, near sideline 35-40, and then Undum will bring him down after he slid away from Ronsberg at about the 20-35. He got out to the 40, and then it was Undum brought him down at the 43. So a nice return of 33 yards for Travion Johnson in what could have been a very bad play for the Burros after he let the ball get away. But we have a flag. There's a flag on the far side of the field. Again, Lance Lukes, our white cap here tonight. It'll be a personal foul, helmet to helmet, against the Burros. And so at the spot of the foul, which is the 17-yard line, that will be probably half the distance to the goal. So I'm going to guess he'll take it down about the 8 or 9-yard line. So instead of setting up shop out at the 43 after the nice return by Johnson, they will have it first down and 10. And they'll have it down at the 8.5-yard line. I don't do fractions. So being that it's between the 8 and 9, by rule, we have to say it's the 9-yard line. With 4:15 to go here in quarter number 2. Here's Billings, pitch to the wide side, trying to get to the outside his Bunches, and he does. Bunches gets across the 15 to the 20, and he's off to the races. He's to midfield, and he is going to be gone. There are no flags on the play. This will be a 91-yard touchdown run for Hillsboro Central Valley by James Bunches, the sophomore. After he got away from that initial surge, he found himself in the secondary, and then it was just a flat foot race. And he will take it to the house with 3:57 remaining here in the second quarter. So after a great time-consuming, yard-chewing, scoreboard-moving touchdown drive by Valley City, the Burros punch him right back in the face with a 91-yard run. And now the conversion to try to go back up by 3 scores. It is 18-8. It'll actually be 2 scores. T formation. Billings, the quarterback, with the snap. Rolling, looking, throwing. Back at the end zone. Has his tight end complete for the 2-point conversion. That is Shipisky with the conversion, with the completion. So we come back up the field with 3:57 left to go here in this first half. It is 18-8 Hillsboro Central Valley. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football from Hannah on the Highlander Activity Network. Short kick taken by Chase Coughlin, and Coughlin will return it. And the Highlander offense will come back out onto the field now after they give up that 91-yard touchdown run. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City, and they will mark it at the Highlander 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Highliners. From the 39, Gerlach turns, handoff, Hunter Undum trying to get to the outside. Undum sheds off tacklers, and then Kleckner wraps him up and throws him down. But a nice run, though, by Undum out to the 43-yard line. Picks up 4 yards and could have lost a lot more than that. So it'll be marked at the 43-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down and 6 for the Highliners at their own 43. In what has been a very entertaining first half. 20-8. Burrows are leading by a dozen. Coughlin goes out wide to the far side of the field. 3 receivers here to the near side. Undum under center. Gerlach under center. Undum moves behind him. Colton keeps it himself to the outside and then sheds off the tackle by Sundin, but then is eventually tripped up after a gain to the 44-yard line. So it gets about a yard there. Brings up 3rd down for Valley City. 3rd, we'll call it 6 from the 43. 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the second quarter. It'll be a 3rd down play coming up here for the Highliners. They'll send 3 receivers to the right. 1 here to the near side. Gerlach under center. Straight back to pass. Looking. Under some pressure. Still looking. Now runs. He's got some running room. He's got the first down and more to the 45. Gerlach to the 40. Weaves his way. That could be a face mask. No penalty flag. He is off to the races. He is going to be caught from behind by Sundin. He'll bring him down at about the 7-yard line. Great job there by Colton Gerlach as he got out of some trouble at around the 40-yard line. And then it was off to the races. Looked like it could have been a high face mask, or at least the hand went to the helmet. And no call, but didn't flinch Gerlach, and he kept on chugging. He takes it down to the 9-yard line, and that will bring up a timeout with 1:43 to go. It'll be 1st and goal to goal for the Highliners from the 9-yard line with 1:43 to go second quarter, trailing 20-8. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. That was a 47-yard run by Colton Gerlach. And he and Hunter Undum are doing the work here for Valley City. And they have set themselves up. Now they move the ball again. They had it look like they were marking it at the 9. Now they're going to mark it down at the 6. So let's give them an extra 3 yards. That's a 50-yard run on the quarterback keep by Gerlach. I think he was looking for Undum on the flat. And if he did get it to Undum, he would have had the first down because he had just as much open space. But Gerlach decided to tuck and run and did a nice job and cut it back to the middle part of the field. And got another extra 30 yards or so when he cut it back to the middle part of the field. So here we go. It is a 1st and goal to go for the Highliners from the Hillsboro Central Valley 6-yard line. Undum the lone setback. 3 receivers right. Coughlin here to the near side, looking his way. Again, the slant and the touchdown. Again, looking for him coming across the middle. Perfectly thrown ball. And Chase Coughlin was just a step ahead of Funches back on that near side. And the 6-yard touchdown gets the Highliners back on the scoreboard. It's now 20-14 with the conversion pending, and the clock is running. Clock. There we go. That's that darn clock again. It was 1:16 if you want to put. So again, Gerlach with his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. This one's 6 yards. Also to Chase Coughlin. And now the 2-point conversion, they hand out to Hunter Undum, and he will not make it in, so the run fails. And we come back up the field with 1:16 left to go here in the first quarter. Your score now reads Hillsboro Central Valley 20, Valley City 14. We're back with the kickoff. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. Well, the Highlanders march it downfield, get the touchdown. And now here is Ronsberg with the kickoff. It is a short kick at the 25-yard line to the 30. Weaving his way across the 35 and getting out close to the 40-yard line. Ethan Kittleson on the return. It's a scrum. All but two players are about a yard away from the football. Highlanders are pointing that they have the ball, but are they going to say there was a fumble and the Highlanders recovered? We also have an injured Burrow on the field right now. Tabitha Muncie, our head trainer, is going to go out and have a look-see on the injured Burrow. But Highlanders are saying they have the ball, but there's not been any official. Looks like it is going to stay with Hillsboro Central Valley. Lance Lukes, our Whitecap, is facing off the direction in which it would be Burrow's ball. So we have an injury timeout with 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. It is Hillsboro Central Valley 20, Valley City 14. We're back with more Highlander Junior Varsity Football from Hannah Field on the Highlander Activity Network.
Charlie Rose. Just get done with practice? Yeah. You get a haircut?
The injured player was Kittleson on the return, but it is still going to be Burrow football. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 1:06 to go here in the second quarter. Billings turns in the handoff right up the gut on the carry. That'll be Cade Mueller on the carry, the junior. Across the 45 to the 47, gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5. We're in the final minute of this second quarter. Again, very entertaining first half. At the 40, unless you're a defensive coach. From the 47, 1st down and 10. Billings turns, pitches, wide side, Kleckner. Cuts inside of a block at the 50 and then tripped up as he gets into Valley City territory. Undum trips him up. Takes it down to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7, but enough for a Burrow first down. So 1st and 10 now for the Burrows with 30 seconds to go. Timeout taken by the Burrows. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line in Highlander territory when we return. More Highlander football from Hannah Field on the Highlander Activity Network. From the 48, here's the pitch. to the wide side, punches, cuts the corner at the 40, inside to the 35, 30, 25, 20, foot race near sideline. He is in for the touchdown. From 48 yards away, cut inside at the here on the near sideline by Chase Coughlin, and then it was off to the races. And another touchdown by Funches. This comes with 18 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. And this one from 48 yards out. So he has a 91-yarder and a 48-yarder. That makes it now 26-14 with the conversion pending here for Hillsboro Central Valley. And just taking a peek here, James Funches, sophomore. High formation behind Billings. And he'll give it to his fullback, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. And he must have got hit and had his bell rung because he is getting up slowly, but he is up and coming off the field. So the 2-point conversion is good with 18 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. It is 28-14 advantage to the Burros. And this is Highland Football on the Highland Activity Network. As we come out and the kickoff here by Chapaski. I have been brutalizing his name, Evan Chapaski, and had a nice fan from Hillsboro Central Valley asked her. She asked his parents. So we got Evan Chapaski's correct pronunciation. The junior tight end, who is now approaching the football and a low line drive kick. It will be taken by Undum. No, he'll just fall on it. He kind of fell down, but he'll take it at the 31-yard line. But that does save some time. Only a couple of seconds off the clock, so the Highlanders will have time for a couple of plays here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at their own 32-yard line with 16 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Burrows leading at 28-14. And I think they may, with Colton Gerlach, maybe just take a knee or just a couple of easy snaps to end this first quarter, first half. He gets under center, and he'll go back, straight back to pass. They're going to try, and they're going to try that slant over the middle. Incomplete. That was tipped by Kleckner. It has worked for 2 touchdowns, and that time it was Kleckner that got his mitten away and knocked it away. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 32. Well, if it's working, you go back to it. And Kleckner, I think, if he doesn't put his hand up and knock that one away, that's right in the breadbasket of Chase Coughlin. And then with his speed, it'll be interesting to see what happens. 12 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Chase wide here to the near side. 3 receivers wide to the right. Undum the lone sat back behind Gerlach from the 32. Now again, Gerlach back to pass. He's rolling out to the far side. Under pressure, he'll heave it downfield, incomplete. One hopped intended in front of his intended receiver, Wendell. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. So time for one more play here for the Highlanders. And then we'll have a halftime. We'll come back and get ready for the start of the second half of this junior varsity matchup. The Burros and the Highlanders. The 2 schools play in Hillsboro coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock. From the 32, this should be the final play of the quarter, barring a defensive penalty. Gerlach turns handoff to Undum. He's got a little running room to the 3500 to the 40, puts his shoulder down and brought down by Travion Johnson at about the 42-yard line. Give him 7 yards, or give him... Actually, we'll say give him about 7 or 8 yards, but it'll be the end of the first half. So your score at halftime It is 28-14 advantage to Valley City. We're back with more Highlander football here from Hannah Field. We are at the half. Back with more Highland football on the Highland Activity Network. Bob Matano back with you here, and we are ready for the start of the third quarter. We'll get to that first half scoring summary here momentarily as Evan Chepeski has the ball teed up and kicks it. It is a deep one this time. That's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. Here's how the scoring went in this first half. Hunter Kleckner took it in from 8 yards, took it in from 3 yards out. The first score of the game with 8.5 minutes to go. The two-point conversion failed. The Burros were up 6-0. And then a blocked punt by Riker Sundin. And Chepeski recovered the blocked punt in the end zone. And with 57 seconds to go after the two-point conversion failed, it was 12-0 in the first quarter. Then the Highlanders came back. In at 4:25 of the second quarter, Colton Gerlach, a beautiful slant pass to Chase Coughlin for the 17-yard touchdown. Gerlach ran in the two-point conversion to make it 12-8. And then on the ensuing drive, after a nice return by Travion Johnson, it was a helmet-to-helmet call and backed him up to the 9-yard line. First play from scrimmage, it was Funches that took it in. James Funches went 91 yards for the touchdown. And then they got Billings hit Chepeski with a two-point conversion, make it 20-8. We'll finish the recap momentarily. Gerlach wants to throw. He's going deep down the middle. That's going to be intercepted by Travion Johnson at the 50-yard line. He is lurking for Tegan Cleveguard just about a half a step behind him. And it was intercepted by Johnson, his second pick of the game, third of the game overall for Gerlach. And it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Burros at the 50-yard line. So finishing off that recap with 3:57 to go in the quarter, it was 20-8. Then Valley City came right back with 1:16 to go. 75-yard drive capped off by Gerlach, 6 yards to Coughlin. The two-point conversion failed, and that made it to 20-14. And then Funches again, a 48-yard touchdown run with 18 seconds to go in the quarter. And the two-point conversion was popped in by Kleckner, and that made it a 28-14 score. Here is Funches again, and Funches takes it inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 6, brings up 2nd down and 4. At the 44-yard line here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Half minute gone. We're in quarter number 3. 28-14 Burros. Receiver wide, both sides of the field. Billings under center. Hershey is the fullback. He'll get the handoff, and he was wrapped up, and that is Trevor Mathias with a big defensive play. He'll get help from Chase Coughlin, but Mathias at nose tackle comes in with a big play there and stops the fullback Hershey for maybe a loss of a yard back to the 45-yard line. So a good defensive play there by Trevor. It'll be a loss of 1, brings up 3rd down and 7 from the 45. 3rd and 5 from the 45. They need to get to the 40-yard line. 8:45, third quarter. 28-14 Hillsboro. Near hash, I formation, receivers both sides of the field. And off to the handoff here, and the first down yardage across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. On the carry is Cade Mueller. And Mueller will take it to the 35. It'll be, whoop, hang on, we got a flag on the other side of the field, so hold your bingo cards as we wait to see what this call is going to be. Lance Lukes, our white cap, says holding, offense. So that negates a first down carry by Mueller, and will mark them all the way back into their own territory. That 10-yard penalty to the 45-yard line. So it makes it 3rd and 15 from the 45. At their own 45. They need to get to the Highlanders' 40-yard line. I formation. Receivers both sides of the field. Billings on the option pitch. Funches to the wide side of the field. Trying to get to the corner. Does to the 50 to the 45. And then pushed and brought down out of bounds on the far sideline. That was Broughton on the tackle. And they're going to say out of bounds at the 46. So a pickup of 9, 8, maybe 9 yards. But it's still well short of a first down. We'll bring up 4th down and about 6 yards to go here for the Burros at the Highlander 46-yard line. First possession of the second half here for Hillsboro Central Valley after the interception by Trevion Johnson. Shotgun formation, Billings rolling here to the near side. Here comes Hunter Undum, sheds away from him. Now he'll throw it downfield, and it is going to be caught. No, out of bounds. It was caught by Chapeski, but he was out of bounds. But speaking of Pesky, that was Hunter Undum that was chasing Billings from behind, so the Highlanders will get the ball over on downs. The defense comes up after giving up the turnover. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at their own 46-yard line with 7 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. It is 28-14. Advantage to the Burros. And these two teams will be playing here again these two schools will be playing on Friday night in Hillsboro. From the 46, trips right, one receiver here to the near side. Undum gets the handoff from Gerlach, and Hunter will get to the 50-yard line. Picks up 4, brings up 2nd down and 6. There defensively for Hillsboro Central Valley, Easton Beach with help from Wyatt Myers. They'll mark him back at the 49. So gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. At the Highliner 49-yard line. So second down play coming up here for Valley City. They got 3 receivers. Now they'll set up 3 receivers to the far side of the field. As Trenton Geisler goes over there, now we're going to have a flag. That might be a delay of game on the Highlanders. Illegal motion against, or illegal procedure against Valley City. So they'll back them up 5 to the 44. And they'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 from the 44-yard line. 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 28-14, Valley City trailing by 14. Three receivers to the far side, one here to the near side. Here's Gerlach, straight back to pass, going over the middle, intercepted. Austin Cotton with the pick to the 40. He's to the 50, near sideline 40, and then pushed out of bounds here on the near sideline as Hunter Undum got him out of bounds. But another pick, that's the 4th of the game for Colton Gerlach. And it'll be down to the 39-yard line. A 21-yard return by Austin Cotton on the INT. And so the Burros will get the ball right back at the Highliner 39-yard line with 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Well, Billings will bring him out. He's got Kleckner in the backfield. And I'm joining him back there is Easton Beach. Beach is a tailback. Kleckner gets the pitch inside and right at the line of scrimmage. And then 4 or 5 Highlanders just stack them up after a gain of a yard to the 38. So the middle part of that defensive line again with Trevor Mathias, Amari Ronsberg, all coming up there defensively for Valley City. I think they'll give him a gain of a yard, so it'll bring 2nd down and 9 from the 48. Mueller, the tailback. Billings hands to him. Left side, 35-30, and down to the 26-yard line before being tackled from behind for Valley City. That was Geisler on the tackle, but it is enough for a 1st down to the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Burros. With 5:28 to go, clock ticking here in the third quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley leading at 28-14. After that 11-yard pickup by Mueller. It is a 1st and 10. He is the tailback. Beach is the fullback. Billings gives to that fullback Beach, and he'll take it down to the 21. Gain of 6 brings up second down and 4 for Hillsboro Central Valley at the Valley City 21-yard line. And we moved inside 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 4:45 to go, 28-14. Advantage to the Burros. Monday Night Football tonight, the Baltimore Ravens, Detroit Lions. From the 21, handoff goes again to Mueller. And Mueller breaks a couple of tackles, takes it inside the 15 and down to the 13. That is a pickup of 8 yards and enough for a Burro first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley at the Valley City 13-yard line. So the Burros knocking on the door to try to go back up by 3. Backs are split. Now they back into that I formation. Billings gives to his fullback, Beach. Beach bounces off a couple of tacklers and takes it down to the 10. Gain of about 3 on the play there. Down to the 10-yard line, brings up second down and 7. Three minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. From the 10-yard line, Billings has that I formation with Beach and Mueller behind him. Handoff goes to Mueller. Mueller hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be pulled back, and not much there. And it's Christian Modlin coming up with a defensive play there for Valley City. He's the one that grabbed him around the ankles and held on. Juco Matson also was there to help defensively. Down to the 9, gain of 1. So to bring up a third down situation, 3rd and 6 here for the Burros at the Highlander 9-yard line. Highlander's going to need a big defensive stop here. Trailing 28-14 with 2.5 minutes to go. In quarter number 3, handoff goes again to Mueller going off the left side. He is going to be about a yard short. Oh, boy, if it was left foot, right foot. Now the official's going to back up. He is going to be about a half yard short of the first down. So it'll be a 4th and less than a yard for the Burros inside the 4-yard line. They need to get to about the 3. And the line of scrimmage right now is the 4. As we approach the 2-minute mark, now under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Burros on top, 28-14. Trying to add to that lead here. On a 4th and inches, well, we'll call it just 4th and a yard from the 4-yard line. With the I formation, punches is back in. He'll get the pitch. Cuts to the right side. He slips and falls, and the ball's going to go over on downs. He went to make his cut to go inside, and Broughton was there defensively for Valley City and made him try to make that cut. He tried to go inside the cut, slipped, and down he went. So the Highlanders stop him, and they will take over 1st and 10. And the line of scrimmage is going to be back at about the 8-yard line at that loss of 4. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Well, they're going to mark it at the 6. We'll put them at the 6-yard line. Either way, Highlanders with a defensive stop there with 1:37 to go here in this third quarter, trailing 28-14. Gerlach under center. And a brief delay. Now we're back in. From the 6-yard line, 1st down and 10. Gerlach gives off to Undum. Undum goes up the middle. Undum will weave his way out to about the 10-yard line. Picks up 4 yards. It'll bring up second down and 6 for Valley City. Beach there on the tackle. Oh, boy, the Highlanders would love to have just a time-consuming drive. March this one, stay ahead of the sticks, get it downfield, and pop one in. And stay within a touchdown and as we get into the fourth quarter. Well, middle of the fourth quarter if it's a nice long drive. From the 10-yard line, second down and 6. 2 receivers both sides of the field. Gerlach gives off to Undum. Undum trying to get out of the arm tackle there, and he does plow ahead to about the 14-yard line. As reaching out and grabbing him and trying to hold on there with the one-arm tackle was Matthew Hershey. Bondum will get it out to the 10. So it's going to be short of to the 15. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 15-yard line for Valley City. And barring a defensive penalty, this will probably be the final play of this third quarter. From the 15-yard line, 3rd and 1. Gerlach under center. And he will move the pile forward. And, boy, I don't know. I don't think he got it. They're going to say, nope, he's right back at the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up 4th down and 1 from the 15-yard line. As he took the snap and went forward, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We have 3 quarters of football in the books. Your score, it is Hillsboro Central Valley 28, Valley City 14. We're back with more Highlander football, the fourth quarter on the way on the Highlander Activity Network. (28-14). Neither team scored in that quarter. Gerlach takes the snap up the middle. Ooh, he was stood up by Kleckner, and he's going to push the pile forward. And Colton Gerlach's going to get the 2 yards on the first down. The freshman was stood up right at the point of attack by Kleckner, and he just kept pushing and pushing and pushed Hunter back a little bit. And the freshman pushed the sophomore or the junior back 2 yards, and enough for a Highlander first down. Nice play there by Colton Gerlach. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the 17-yard line. A good way to start this fourth quarter, trailing 28-14. Highlanders will have the 2 receivers here to the near side of the field. Now they'll go trips. In the middle is Cleveguard. Chase Coughlin, the lone receiver, to the wide side of the far side of the field. He is the intended receiver, throwing deep far side. He's got it, and it is complete at the 45-yard line. Perfectly thrown ball, dropping it in the bucket there was Colton Gerlach, as Funches had the defense right all over Chase Coughlin, but he comes down with it at the 45-yard line, and that is a 28-yard completion and a first down for Valley City. The freshman Colton Gerlach is really looking comfortable in the pocket here, quarterback. Again, early part of the game, the snaps were not there. They put him under center, and he has looked comfortable, and everything has just been smooth, it seems like, except for the 4 interceptions here tonight by the young quarterback. From the 45-yard line, I had to put a Carl that silver lining, and then he bobbles the snap, picks it up, and the ad-lib is not going to work. He's going to lose a couple yards. So you got to stop talking positive, because then something like that happens. But that's all right. Picked up the bad snap. And at least only lost a yard on the play. It brings up 2nd down and 11 from the 44. Games like this that these young men really learn a lot. And especially when you're looking at, you have 11 on the field and only 1 person on the sidelines, 2 persons on the sidelines in pads and helmet. So injury is not an option here. From the 44-yard line, 3 receivers here to the near side. Gerlach back to pass, looking. He's going deep. Again, intended for Cleveguard and incomplete. Teagan, it was underthrown. He saw it. The defensive back wasn't looking for it. Teagan tried to circle around, and Teagan really is hobbling as he runs back to the line. was one of the kickoffs after a touchdown that he twisted that ankle, I'm going to guess. And so he is gingerly running. And I think if he was running full stride when he came back to go after that ball, he might have been able to come back and catch it. But it is an incompleted pass and brings up 3rd down and 11 from the 44-yard line for the Highliners. With exactly 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, Hillsboro Central Valley leads at 28-14. Gerlach, quick step, throws, and intercepted. Funches has it back to the way to the 50 at the 45 and then brought down there. And he reached up. That was a bullet thrown by Gerlach as he was trying to hit the streaking Conklin on that far sideline and staying back a few steps as Funches, he reaches up and makes the interception. That is pick number 5 of the game thrown by Gerlach to go with his 2 touchdown passes. And so it'll be at the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Burros. At the Valley City 45 with 7:22 remaining in the 4th quarter. Burros leading at 28-14. Billings under center. And he turns and gives it off and on the carry out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 5 yards. Was his tailback on the carry. That was Mueller. It'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 40-yard line. Mueller along with Matthew Hershey in the backfield. Now Hershey's going to come out. And they'll send in Beach. And he will be blocking for Mueller. He'll be the fullback. Mueller will be the tailback. Billings, who hasn't gone the whole way. Austin Cotton started at quarterback and played a couple of series, but now Billings in, the freshman. Handoff this time to the fullback, Beach. Beach gets inside the 40 to about the 38. Gain of a couple yards. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 from the 38-yard line for Hillsboro Central Valley. Austin Cotton, the junior quarterback, started, played a couple of series, but has given way. And Billings, the sophomore, he has commanded the team here for the lion's share of this one. From the 38-yard line, it is a 3rd down play coming up here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Johnson is in the slot here to the near side of the field, I formation. Billings, Mueller, 1st down, 35-30, and Mueller takes it down inside the 30-yard line down to about the 29 and took a couple of Highliners with him as he gets the 1st down and then some to the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley. From the 30. As the Burros leading at 28-14. And see if they can try to add here to this 2-score lead from the 30-yard line. Bunches back in there at tailback. Billings waits to about 5 seconds, gets under center. Pitches to Funches to the far side to the 30, at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and then he is hit hard and out of bounds on that far side. That might have been Hunter Undum again that came down and lowered the boom on that one. And Funches takes it down to the 15-yard line. Gain of 15 for James, the sophomore. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley at the Highliner 15-yard line with 4:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Bunches again the tailback with Beach the fullback. Billings gives to Beach, the fullback, right up the middle. He's at the 10. He's tripped up inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And that is going to be very close to a 1st down. It is going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. First and goal to go here for the Burros from the Highliner 5. High formation. Billings under center. Gives the beach again. Stopped up the middle. Turns it to the inside and goes in for the touchdown. So the touchdown here by Beach. And it comes at the 4:07 mark here of the fourth quarter. His first score of the game with a 5-yard run. Makes it 34-14. And now the conversion pending here for the Burros. Bunches and Beach on either side of Billings. He's going to roll out looking to run. Looking. Now he's going to throw to the back of the end zone and incomplete. He had his man, but it was dropped by Chapeski. And the pass when the conversion is no good. We come back up the field with 4:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Hillsboro Central Valley 34, Valley City 14. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football from Hannah Field on the Highlander Activity Network. Chapeski will kick the ball off here after he just missed that, catching that 2-point conversion. And so the Highlanders will get the ball here with 4:07 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Burros leading at 34-14. Burros have led throughout. Highlanders did get within 4 at 12-8 at one point in that second quarter. Here's the low kick. Gerlach retreats, picks it up from the 10. Colton Gerlach to the 15. Gerlach trying to cut the corner. He does at the 20. Gerlach out, and he fumbles the ball, but right there the ball popped right into the hands of one of his teammates. And Colton Gerlach is slow to get up after that. He got popped, and the ball came free. And I think that when Jen Geisler was there, and he's the one that got the recovery, but Colton Gerlach is lying on the ground. Might have gotten his wind knocked out of him there. And so it'll be an injury timeout with 3:55 remaining here in quarter number 4. 34-14, Valley City trailing Hillsboro Central Valley. We're back with more Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. Colton Gerlach is up, and he might sit out of play. He is on the sidelines right now. So maybe taking cleave guard, possibly taking snaps. No, he'll go wide out. Or just direct snaps here to Undham. Let's see what they're going to do here. And the Highlanders come out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Christian Modlin is in a quarterback. And Modlin takes the snap, gives off to Hunter Undham. Undham pops it to the outside, trying to get a little bit wider, and he is going to be brought down for a loss of a yard on the far side at about the 24-yard line. So Christian Modlin now in at quarterback. That was Ethan Drake on the tackle there for the Burros, and Modlin's quarterbacking career goes one play. He will come out or move, and Gerlach will come back in at quarterback here for Valley City. They'll lose. Well, we're going to actually give them a loss of a couple back to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 12. 3 receivers near side. Gerlach gives off to Undum. Hunter cuts it back inside. Undum, good running room. Gets out across the 30. And Undum will get around the 32, 33-yard line. So a nice 10-yard pickup there on 2nd down by Hunter Undum. Makes a little more manageable 3rd down here for Valley City. We'll call it 3rd and about 3 or 4. Well, call it 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for Valley City from the 32. On the far hash. 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. 34-14 Burrows. 3 receivers left. Goglin here to the near side, the wide side. Handoff goes to Hunter Undum. Cuts it back. He's got the first down across the 35 out to the 39-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Hunter Undum. I have not been keeping stats here, but I'm going to say he is well over 100 yards rushing here this evening for Valley City. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the 39. Gerlach will have 3 receivers here to the near side. Handoff goes wide side. Undum out across the 40. And he'll get out to about the 44-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 yards, 5 yards there for Hunter Undum. Out to the 44. It'll bring up 2nd down. And 5 from the 44-yard line for Valley City. Final minute 15 of this junior varsity game. We'll recap the scoring here at the end of this one and give you what's coming up for Highliner Athletics. And then we'll be off to watch Monday Night Football. What's left of it. Here's the handoff to Undum right up the middle of the 50. And Undum takes it into Borough territory to the 46-yard line. 10 yards powering up his way is Hunter Undum and takes it to the 45 into Borough territory. We'll officially give him about 11-yard carry. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the Borough 45-yard line. With inside a minute to go here, time for a couple more plays here for the Highlanders, trailing 34-14. From the 45, Gerlach slowly walks up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Undum the lone setback. He once again going deep far side for Chase Coughlin. Underthrown, incomplete. And Chase was going mano-a-mano on that far side with the defensive back, Wyatt Hammond, that was on him. And it comes up a little bit short, incompleted pass. And we'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 45 with 28 seconds to go in this 4th quarter. I predicted an 8:30 end time. Mr. Ness predicted an 8:10 finish time. You are the winner. From the 45, 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Gerlach gives off to Undum. Undum goes up the middle. Undum still on his feet. Hunter refusing to go down. Takes it to the 40-yard line. Powers his way for 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Valley City. And that is going to be the final play of this football game as the clock is winding down inside 10 seconds. Gerlach is standing next to Coach Aaron Heck. They are saying we're good. And so your final score in this junior varsity game, it is Hillsboro Central Valley 34 and Valley City 14. We'll take a quick break, come back and let you recap the scoring, and then we'll tell you what's coming up for Highlander Athletics here on the Highlander Activity Network. Final score again, the Burros 34, Valley City 14. Paul McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field. Final score in this one, Valley City falling to Hillsboro Central Valley 34-14. Again, the 8th grade game, 4 quarters, 16-8, won by Hillsboro Central Valley. Then the 7th grade game with a mixture of 8th graders due to numbers. It was a 2-quarter game won by Valley City 14-0. And so in these regulation here for the junior varsity, it is Hillsboro Central Valley winning it by a final score of 34-14. Here's how the scoring went. Again, the Burros got on the board first with 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It was Hunter Kleckner scoring from 3 yards out. The 2-point conversion was no good, and it was 6-0 Burros. And then late in the first quarter, with 57 seconds to go, Riker Sundin blocked a punt. The ball rolled into the end zone. And that is where it was recovered by Evan Chapeski in the end zone for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion failed, and after 1 quarter, the Burros led 12-0. In the second quarter, with 4:25 to go, it was Colton Gerlach on a 17-yard touchdown pass to Chase Coughlin. Gerlach then ran in the 2-point conversion. It was 12-8 Burros. And then on the ensuing drive, on the ensuing kickoff, the ball was muffed a little bit by Travion Johnson. He ran it back 33 yards to the 43-yard line, but a helmet-to-helmet call against the Burros, a 15-yard penalty. They started at the 9-yard line. First play from scrimmage on that drive was a handoff to James Funches. He took it 91 yards to the house for the touchdown. Billings hit Chapeski with the 2-point conversion, and it was 20-8 in favor of the Burros with 3:57 to go in the second quarter. And then the Highlanders will get back on the board. Another 6-yard touchdown pass. Coughlin from Gerlach. The 2-point conversion failed with 1:16 to go. It was 20-14. And then Funches was at it again, a 48-yard touchdown run. And the 2-point conversion was run in by Kleckner, and with 18 seconds to go in the half, it was 28-14. There was no scoring in the third quarter. And then it was Easton Beach on a 5-yard touchdown run with 4:07 to go in the fourth quarter for the Burros. For their final score, the 2-point conversion was no good, and your final was 34-14. Here was your final score this evening. So the Burros with the win, and the Highlanders dropping this junior varsity game. And we have Coach Chad Smith, who was running the clock and helping us up here in the booth. Chad, a lot of some good things, but poor Mr. Gerlach just had the interception bug tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. Both teams had turnover stuff going on tonight. But, yeah, we got to get snaps figured out. That's really not probably Trevor's full position when he gets older. But it's kind of what we got to do at the JV level, piece together things. I think Amari would probably be the future center if we ever had it. But we got to play him out of tackle a little bit too. So it's exciting to see him under center. And, there's some good things and there's some bad things here. I'm encouraged by what we got effort and hustle-wise from our young guys. Defensively we didn't tackle the greatest, it didn't look like. But, we're in the position. We just got to continue to work on those little drills. And, what's good for these guys is I don't know if in the past, and I don't want to brag about our staff, but we filmed this whole entire game. I got tight film, so we'll get it labeled, and we'll let our young guys continue to learn and get better, right? That's the only way that they're going to continue to do it. That's the core philosophy of our program will be reps and more reps and get kids better and coach them up and then be able to see them progress and grow as they get older. So.
And you look at Gerlach, he makes a lot of good decisions, too, it seemed like, at quarterback. Yes, the 5 interceptions, but I don't think all of them were entirely his fault. But still, he made some good decisions whether to keep or run the ball.
Yeah. I think his height, I hope he grows a couple more inches as he gets older. His little brother is just as small, too, though,
Avery,
for Avery. But, he does make good decision-makings, and, boy, does he have a little twitch to himself that we got to figure out how to get him out on the field a little bit, too. And that's the challenging part. We'd love to play him, I think, a little bit at varsity if we could, just with that quick twitch he's got. But it's like, hey, he was kind of messing around with a little shoulder and neck thing kind of early this season, so he didn't get a ton of playing time for us early. And I think we're trying to figure out ways that we get him some balls in the varsity level. I think for sure that he's going to take some kickoff return stuff for us and take some, that's a way for us to get Corbin Powell off the field and be able to get some blows for things. And I'm excited. I'm encouraged to see some of our young guys do this. Chase Coughlin had a nice catch there, and Hunter Undum, I've told him as a junior, he's playing some JV level for us, but I told him, I was like, these are invaluable reps for you, man, because you're just going to be that much better and ready to go for next year. And to be quite honest, since we started doing this, he had a phenomenal special teams game for us on Friday night. He made a great tackle on one of the kickoffs right here in the 15-yard line that I was super pumped, excited about, and watched him on film. And all of a sudden you see the clicking where they get the reps, the live reps that they don't get in playoffs, or not playoffs, but in practice. And and so we're growing and continuing to get better. I don't really worry so much about what a JV score is, so long as the effort and attitude and the execution continues to grow for our guys.
And to see him run the ball, because I know he's a good tackler, he's very good defensively. He's an enforcer. He can lower the boom. But to see him run, he's got those long strides, and he's a very strong kid, good wrestler, and he's very tough to bring down.
Yeah, for sure. Our team still has to continue to work on when things go bad for us, how do we climb out of that hole? We kind of just sit and sulk a little bit, and I'm still working with our team. We talk about it on a daily basis. We continue to work on those sort of things. So we got to continue to just not let that stuff bug us. I mean, it doesn't bug me. I mean, we got to work on the next play, and I got to call on the next play, whatever we got going on. So we got to fix those things that we just, the most important play is the next play, not what we live in the past with what we're doing there, and continue to grow and move forward.
Well, we'll talk more about the game last Friday night on Coach's Corner coming up on Thursday. But real quick, 32-0 homecoming win. Nice homecoming win for the Highlanders.
Yeah, it was awesome. We played really well for, and I thought all three phases. I don't know if you've gone back and watched the film or not, but we've played really well on all three phases. Kickoff made a lot of decent plays. Defensively, we sent a lot of pressure Friday night, but it was a good deal for us. And, we tackled well, we played well, and then offensively it was really good to see the connection of Krewald and Shape there for a couple times, and really just expanded the offense. So now it makes us a little bit more multiple, and hopefully it's a little bit tougher to defend for us. And I think we got a couple of wrinkles that we got planned to put into the game this week. And it's all, we all told our guys, we're going to start being fairly simple with you guys, and then as we layer things through the year, now all of a sudden you get a little bit more multiple where you get things in certain formations that you're like, hey, we've showed this a number of times, which you think is a tendency. Now it's time to break that tendency, and that's where those big plays happen with the better coaches teams in the state. So we're excited. I think that our guys are watching film. They're being challenged. I love our class leadership. I want to praise Jackson Thornton. He's still, even though he's out and hasn't been around, he challenged the guys this week. He came to me this on Thursday and asked me how many guys are watching film, because you can go pull it up from Huddle. And I pulled up the list for him, gave it to him, and he goes, it's not good enough. And so he and the three captains had a player-only meeting, and they got together and talked about what they want to see out of those guys, and now they have a team requirement of how much film they need to watch. And that's good to see that out of the leadership out of our kids, because I can coach and preach all I want, but sometimes it can fall on deaf ears of the coach saying it. But if those players are holding themselves accountable, then you're going to see the standard get raised around here.
And he was the first on the field when there was a good play to come off and high-five whoever made that play. And that's what a team leader does, a quarterback, whether he's in street clothes or in uniform.
Yep.
Everybody looks to him for a little leadership, and Jackson's bringing that.
Yeah, we're excited about that. So.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
appreciate
you're welcome.
it, buddy.
Thank you for doing this all the time. We appreciate it.
We'll talk again on Thursday.
All righty, Paul. See ya.
Head varsity coach Chad Thornton, or Chad Smith. We're talking about Thornton. Yeah, you want to be on the family? Chad Smith, our head coach. We'll talk more with him coming up Thursday morning on Coach's Corner. All that's coming up this week for Highlander Activity Network. We've got volleyball tomorrow night against Fargo Oak Grove, 4:30 C Squad, 4:45 for the C Squad. Varsity will again about 7:15. Junior varsity at 6 against the Grovers. Should be a dandy. Two of the top teams in Region 1 going tomorrow night at the Hack, and we'll be there for all the action. My thanks to Beckett Ness, our camera operator and technical director, and, of course, you joining us here on YouTube tonight. We appreciate you spending part of your Monday night with us here tonight. Again, the 7th graders winning it for Hillsboro Central Valley 16-8. The Highlander 8th graders in a half a game won 14-0, and Valley City Junior Varsity losing this one 34-14 the final in the JV game. So until tomorrow night, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us. So long from Hannah Field.